So what is happening in the United States right now is of great concern for us in Japan because it is concerned with universal human values, individual dignity and freedom. So, we are watching the movements with great attention and concern. Now, the way President Trump is reacting to the protests, which sometimes does turn violent, is far from appropriate because, what started all this was this brutal enforcement by a police officer, probably based on racial stereotypes. I know many police officers are good-natured people who do their work conscientiously, enforcing laws, but it is at the same time true that some, officers do something terrible, and this particular officer did something terrible. I am reminded of the fable of North Wind and the Sun. The police force has been the North Wind in terms of persuading people to abide by law. And President Trump is reinforcing the North Wind when he threatened to recruit the military forces to suppress riots. President Trump should really use the Sun approach, sitting down and discussing heart from heart, opening one's minds and, discussing prejudices and overcoming common obstacles and all these things. And this, North Wind and the Sun favor is very relevant to what is happening in the United States, I think. And, actually, the Japanese police force traditionally employed the Sun approach. They are not so brutal in their law enforcement, and they try to persuade people to obey law, and so they do not use the North Wind approach. For someone living in Japan, the American police force seems to be, inclined to use the North Wind approach too much, and this is clearly a case where the president should not use that North Wind approach. It is the last thing that he should do.